There was rumors that they were going to sell the building and, you know, if they sold it, the rent would go up to $2,000. I couldn't afford it.
So I had to depend on other people either carrying me up and down the stairs or stay in the house.
If it wasn't for this place, I would never be able to afford to move any other place.
I was very nervous, not ever having been on my own.
The last couple of years, we didn't get much heat, and repairs were few and far between. So this was a blessing.
The right to housing is a primal right that we all have. To be able to provide housing for people who have given their life to various communities, have raised their children and have struggled, and in their old age may have been faced with eviction and homelessness. That's part of our mission. That's why we do what we do.
New York City is going through a housing crisis today. And it's been going in different ways for the last 20 years, but today I think more acute. And the reason basically is we can't build enough housing.
So many families and so many seniors are being displaced and having to spend disproportionate amounts of their money on rent.
Our seniors have really contributed to our neighborhood all during their lives. They're the fabric of these communities, and our senior residences really enable them to stay here, to be still part of the fabric of communities they work so hard to build.
Well, my children want me to go with them, but I mean, I live here all my life. I like the neighborhood. I can walk up to the church. I can go down to the shopping. And, you know, and I have friends and family. So I wanted to stay here.
What we really try and do is build caring communities in all of our houses so that people feel connected and don't feel that they're isolated and left alone.
To find yourself, you know, almost reduced to the level of a child, it has a very demoralizing effect, and oftentimes will create situations of depression in the elderly.
I had had an injury on the job. I was bedbound for a while, and then I went from being bedbound to wheelchair-bound. I became depressed. I really felt as if I was becoming so dependent on other people that I really just couldn't handle it too well.
It is vitally important for the tenants here to maintain whatever independence they can.
My children say I'm very stubborn. I don't think so. I'm independent. I love my family. I love everybody. And thank God I reached 81, and I'm still able to do all my things. I clean, I cook, I shop, I take a walk, I do the laundry.
What they can continue to do for themselves, they adamantly demand that they do for themselves.
I became more independent. I was able to walk with some help. It made me feel as if I was a complete person. My children didn't feel I'd have to depend on them so much.
I was depressed after I lost my husband. You know, it happened suddenly. He had an aneurysm. I didn't expect it. So it was hard for me to be on my own. Took me a while to get adjusted. But as long as I was in the neighborhood, I was happy.
How to maintain and help people and support people in their independence is something that I think Catholic Charities is very unique in doing.
Where would all the seniors go if there wasn't the generosity of people who do donate?
As fast as we build our buildings, we don't build enough. As soon as we fill up a building, there's a waiting list right away, and people are asking us, when are you building another one?
They should have one in every neighborhood. You know, they should have a house like that in every neighborhood.
I would say it's critical work that we do. You know, it's absolutely essential that these structures be created and that this kind of housing be available to people, particularly to seniors, you know? Otherwise, as I say, you'd find a lot of people living and dying in the streets. And And I don't think we want to live in that kind of a world.
You've seen so many ways that Catholic Charities is serving so many throughout Brooklyn and Queens. We're not able to do that without the support of each and every one of you. We're so appreciative for the donor community that has developed around us and has been so supportive. Thank you so very much on behalf of our staff and all of the people that we are privileged to serve. Thank you for that support.